Hey people, what is up? My name is Raz and welcome to Sound Design Saturday. We have a new episode today, and in episode 6 we will be making a knife party, kind of a screechy, high synthy woman stuff. Yeah, you will hear this synth in their track Resistance, which came out in their Abandoned Ship EP a couple of months ago. It was really good. It's kind of a banger and I kind of like it, so that kind of caught my interest and I wanted to make a video tutorial on how to make that kind of synth. So earlier I arranged a very simple track before I started recording, and I would like to give you guys an idea on how it would sound in context with the other instruments in the track. So here we go. Is enough. So we'll be making this track here, this lane, which is the high synth. And if you listen closely, there is this kind of a change in the, like a pitch of it. So it's automated by this macro one, and we'll be going through that, don't worry. And just a couple of effects, like a compressor with a low-cut, high-cut, sausage fattener to make the sound kind of fat. Yeah, you know, it's obvious. And some sidechain. So let's go start and make a new MIDI track here. I'm just gonna name it S.D.S. 06 because I want to, and let's give it a color that we haven't used yet. So maybe pink. Pink is a new black. That's what 1975 said. And I'm gonna load Massive into it. So go ahead and open Massive in your DAW now. I am going to solo this and make sure that it's the synth of target, which is right now, and go and start a new sound. And you will come up with this kind of patch, clean patch. I always start with this new sound whenever I'm making synth, except for this like stupid vibrato fuck that Native Instruments added here. It's not even funny. So let's turn all those shit off. We won't be using that. First you would like to go to envelope 4, which is what's controlling our master amplifier. Just turn the attack all the way down, and then let's move to the voicing tab right here and turn the max voices to 1, and take the monophone and the legato triller to give you this kind of a sliding sound. And let's turn off all the parameters that we won't be using so we could save up a bit of CPU. It works. I've read that in a lot of forums. And tweak this guy around to according to your taste. So this controls the glide time of the portamento, and let's turn this all the way to left. And okay, so let's move to OSC1, which is this little section right here. So first change the waveform, go to the digital hybrid section right here and move down until you get to the format square and choose it. Next is you would like to change the bend from spectrum to format. Now you would get an idea how it would sound in the end. And move that to filter 100%. And for filter 1, select the screen. And let's turn the cutoff knob all the way up. Let's turn the resonance to somewhere around there. It's like that's the sweet spot, around 2 o'clock. Now let's turn down the master volume down a bit because it's pretty loud. I just like to have a lot of headroom in my patches. That's just how the way I work. And let's turn down the intensity to 50%. Just double click on that to make it snap halfway. And we'll be using the first envelope to control our intensity. So drag and drop this multi-directional arrow into the first slot and turn that up until it points to the letter I in the intensity. There's not really like some value you can follow here, so I use whatever I see as like a marker or remembers or something to mark my sweet spot and things like that. Now let's move the attack knob until this line right here points to the letter L in the level, the first L. Okay, and I'll just reset this level to halfway. Turn the decay knob down until it points to the E. So it kind of sounds like this now. Next we will be using some macros, so I'm going to name this into intensity, drag and drop that into the second slot in our intensity knob for OSC 1, and I'll turn it up and point this to the letter A in the amp. Oh, there's an airplane. Oh, can you hear that? It's pretty big. It's a big one. Not as big as my dick though. So I think that's the sweet spot. I kind of like it there. So that's what it does. That kind of a pitch changey thing that I played to you a while ago. Actually, let's tweak this a little bit. Yeah. Let's move to the effects section right here and select the dimension expander, which is everyone's favorite, and turn the dry wet knob to 9 o'clock as well as the size knob. And for the second effect section, select the reverb, set the dry wet knob down to 9 o'clock and the size to around 10:30, so that's in between 10 and 11 o'clock. Let's move to the last section, which is the EQ section, and let's turn the high shelf knob a tad bit up, just a little bit. Give it some kind of crisp and brightness to it. So yeah, that's pretty much all for the synth. Let me just double check. Alright, ready to go. So to make this video tutorial short, I would just copy these plugins that I have in the first one that I made, so it's nothing really complex at all, it's just some basic stuff. I'm just gonna copy them and paste them here. Doot! Alright, so next is the automation. Also copy these automations that I made, and I'm going to paste that here. And all the patterns as well. Whoops. Making automation is pretty hard here in live. Wait, should be macro 1. Let's move macro 1. Oops, wait, it's not this synth. Silly, it's this one. Let's move that to make it show up here, and I'm going to paste the automation here. So we have this ready to go. So I'm just going to minimize that and change the color to pink as well. Make it match. I'm going to solo this track right here, as you can see. And that sounds nice. The U. I also froze some of my tracks because they're kind of CPU hogging. So I'm just going to delete this first massive patch that I made, and we'll stick with the one that we made. So let's see if it sounds good with the rest of the track. So let's bring it on.
This is enough.
Alright, sweet. So that's for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. So once again, this is Raz Loyola, and I'm hoping to see you guys again in the next episode. So pick a banger track, keep safe, and God bless. Cheers.